My oldest daughter called up and left a message on my wife's phone. Left a picture, my picture. She got it off Facebook somehow. I don't know how they do it, but she got it off Facebook and she printed underneath it, "What's my father doing starring on Facebook?"
Yeah, she must have got a kick out of that.
Come on.
How long you been doing this size?
Oh, I guess I've had them 3 years or something like that.
3 years?
Started out with 3 cows or 3 calves, 3 heifers and a bull. Got up to height of 23, I think we
You
had.
had 23?
We took a bunch to the auction.
Yeah, to go to the auction with them after.
We only got room for the pastures we got. We only got room for about 10 head.
Oh, look at the baby over here.
I know, I saw it.
Where is the baby?
Right here, right by the mother.
I wondered if she'd bring that in. Let me go look at it.
Yeah, that's nice. That's a good shot right there, huh?
You have so many pictures, you want what to do with them all.
Oh, we'll find something to do with them.
That's what I'm
We'll share them.
That's what I'm afraid of. This is a mineral block we're going to give them. 37% mineral block. Protein. Shot they need for cows that are on pasture.
Mineral? Is that a mineral?
Mineral, yeah. No, there's going to have a calf for too long.
Oh, no.
What is the horn?
Oh, yeah? Okay.
That's Mr. Dale's cow.
How many cows does he have?
He has 2 cows around, a cow and a heifer and that little yearling running around here.
Uh-huh. And now when you go back to New York, he takes care of them, right?
He just makes sure that
They're okay.
if it gets too dry out here, he'll give them a bale of hay or a roll of hay.
Uh-huh.
But
The summertime it rains, so the grass grows good. And,
grass grows good in the summertime. You don't have to worry about them.
right?
We got to give them shots.
This is how where you put them in the.
Yeah, I got the gates all set up so I can, like if I wanted to catch them, I just close that gate and close the gate over there, and then I can do what I want to do in here with them.
Corral them in here.
Sometimes you get one that don't want to come in. That white face is a little bit skittish
Uh-huh.
over there. So I tie a rope around that gate over there and I put it right back through here. And I feed them and she'll come in and I shut the gate.
There you go. Excellent.
That old cow's name is Rose. She's the boss.
Oh, that one is better.
She just pushes everybody else out of the way and she gets right in there. This is why I feed them on both sides, so
Yeah.
some of the other ones get a chance to.
Don't take them long to clean that up.
No. I put corn in with the feed, but they can't gobble the feed down, they got to chew the corn.
Oh, okay.
I cheat.
That's a good idea.
Makes them slow down a little bit and
Yeah.
chew the corn.
That's awesome. Huh. And this is where you would load them into a vehicle?
Yeah.
Here.
This is what's called a squeeze gate. We don't use this too much. This thing here, it don't hold it. But it does open up.
Oh, I see how that works.
And you're supposed to be able to just run them up in here and close it up like that and keep their head in there. But
Ah.
something about these smaller ones, the red ones, they'll pull their head out.
Huh. I'll be
It don't
darned.
work good, but usually when we give them shots and stuff, we worm them, we get them in there and we take a couple of little posts and stick in through the things there so they all kind of jam together. And then you can get in there and give them some shots.
Yeah. I'll be darned.
This old bull, I don't know, he's about 4 years old now.
The one in the middle?
One right here.
Right here, okay.
And not really ugly, but you gotta keep your eye on him.
What do you figure he weighs?
Oh, I would say 1,500.
Wow.
Big enough so you don't want him coming at you.
Yeah, that's for
especially
sure.
getting pinned in there or something.
Oh, he can get ornery sometimes, huh?
Well, he hasn't, but when he was out in the other pasture, he had a bull on both sides of the fence and one to get on one side and paw and one to get on the other side and paw, and they dug those big holes. You've seen the big
Yeah,
holes.
yeah, I said, yeah. I'll be darned.
But
I see the top rail you put on here because they were going over it, right?
the bull had a habit of going over, especially in that corner. He'd get a running start and jump right in that corner every time we try to catch him.
I'll be darned.
But we put that up there. We'll see about next time. I think they're all bred except that little black one right there.
So when you come back next year, there'll be some little ones.
When I come back in August,
Oh, that's right.
there ought to be quite a few little ones running around.
And that's when you give them the shots in August?
We give them. I'm going to give them a shot before I leave.
Okay.
Shot. I don't know. I have to hire Garcia to do it. Nick Garcia. He's got a lot of cows. He'll come out and do it on a weekend.
Uh-huh.
And he sprays them with sliced up, and he gives them a shot for liver worms, and he gives them something else. I don't know what it is, but it's whatever they need.
Yeah.
But usually that'll take them 3 months, and then you should do it 2 or 3 times a year.
They hold still for the shot, or you gotta corral them?
No, that's what this is for.
No, that's what that's for.
It's kind of, sometimes it gets a little rough.
Yeah. I'll be darned. What kind of cattle are they?
The red ones are all red Angus.
Red Angus.
Those black ones there, the black red ones with the horns, they've got some black Angus and Brahma, I believe.
Kind of looks like a...
Yeah. And the black one has got quite a lot of black Angus in. Dale had 2 nanny goats and a billy goat. Well, they finally got rid of the billy goat. He had 2 nanny goats, and he decided he wanted to get it bred. So he was talking with a neighbor up the road. And he said he had a billy goat, he'd bring it down. So he brought it down and turned it loose with these. Well, Mr. Dale come out 2 or 3 days later, a couple days later, to feed them. And of course he had his cane, and he fed them and whatnot, and that billy goat all of a sudden took right after him, bunted him, got him down on the ground. He said he bent his cane and everything else before he getting back up. He said he had him down 4 or 5 minutes before he got back up.
Holy cow.
And so he got out of here and he called the guy up, come get him. Come to find out where it's from, they had him tied up. And the kids would go out there and pick on him with a stick.
Oh, gee.
And when he come to the end of the rope, the kid would tee and haw and back up, you know.
Yeah.
The goat couldn't get him. Well, here he seen that cane and he thought it was a stick. And
Holy.
can't blame it on the goat.
Oh my God.
Running through these ponds, and we got fish out of all 3 ponds. But this is the only one where I can really get them to come up to feed right now. See these ponds, they come out here with a big crane. What do they call them? With a cable on it, you know, so they can, and that's how they got that dirt. And they'll come out here and they'll dig a pond, and they put the dirt up there because you have to build the house up 3 feet higher than the road.
Oh, that's right.
That's part of the code. So they come out and dig a pond and put the dirt up there and then let it settle for a little while, and probably a year, and then they can build a house on it.
Okay, so this water is just, it's not
And
from
this
an
is
artesian.
natural.
Natural,
Well,
not an artesian well.
We do have an artesian thing running into it up in that corner.
Okay.
But the other 2 are just natural.
You put these in, what, a couple of years ago, the tilapia?
Yep. There's still a lot of little ones.
Yeah, look at the little ones, huh?
There's one right over there too, ain't you?
A turtle?
Mr. Dale's name is Dale Grabenbauer, I believe it is. But in Florida, it's custom to call the Florida people Mister before you say their name.
I wondered why.
That's a I don't know, upper echelon.
I guess I call you Mr. Oz.
No, I don't worry about that. I don't want to be called.
I want to be called that. You don't want you call him Mr. Oz.
Okay, Mr. Dale, it's your turn.
Well, when I sold them this place, they said, "Well, just go ahead and keep all your animals here." Ain't that something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why not? It keeps somebody around here. That's actually
Right,
better for the.
better for you.
I remember you had turkeys.
Yeah, I did for a while.
I
Yeah.
remember that.
Steve, I told your son, he's interested in things that happened some time back. I told him, go down here at Marsh Landing, go in, even if you want for a glass of Coke or whatever. But if he wants to see pictures of years ago of people picking pineapples and all that, and this in Fellsmere, and the railroad trains coming, and
They picture all kinds of pictures there of these ditches being dug.
Wow. Huh. Yeah, we were in there, but I don't remember seeing them.
No, because there was so much.
Yeah,
You know,
it's
and you were
so
there to
much.
eat,
Yeah.
and you didn't get to.
but if he likes pictures like that, he'd love to see all.
Yeah.
You could film the
It's like a museum.
picture.
Just
Yeah.
by looking at
It
all
is.
those pictures,
All on the
tell a
walls,
story.
all around, all the way around.
Yeah.
You can take your camera right in there.
Yeah.
And it's got the wainscoting come off the ceiling of the old one, and it's on top of the table.
No, and that
And then they
building,
put plastic on top of it, on top
the
of that.
building that the cafe's in, that was a administrative building. Or,
It was several things. It belonged to Sun Ag at one time, and their office. And then after that, it was something else. It was a city hall, I think, for a while.
I know men went in there that worked on the pineapples and all that.
Yeah.
They went up to the window on the
had
outside
a-
to get paid.
You know, they had a box. In fact, the box is still there. It's a payroll where they went up to it, and there's a box where they got their money.
Yeah.
A lot of history here.
Yeah.
And they said that Fellsmere was bigger than Vero Beach.
At one
That's hard to believe.
Before the flood, Fellsmere had 2 banks and I don't know, several stores, and the whole Broadway was full. I mean, you know, it was a big.
Big town.
It was the biggest city in the county. But the flood come through and kind of wiped it out.
Now, what flood was it?
Can't tell you the year. You got to go to the stop and have a sandwich to get that information. I can't tell you the year, but it was back in before the 30s, I believe.
Okay.
See, my mother and father, my brother my sister and my brother-in-law in the early 1950s, 51, 2, I'm not sure, come down from up north, and they were young then, and they wanted to get down here and get out of the cold. And they come down, and he got a job in the sugarcane plant, which is out on the corner out there, when that was all sugarcane. He was a maintenance man. My mother and father come down the next year to visit him, stayed for a week, and liked it so well, the next week, every year they come down and stayed 2 weeks, and they got to be friends with Mr. Bukowski, which there's a picture of him on the wall of Rancher of the Year down at the thing down there. He lived right in that house right down
On the corner, didn't he?
right down there on the corner.
Huh.
Yeah, and they bought this little half acre where my mother and father's house is off from them for $500
Wow.
back in about 1954 or 55, I'm not sure which. The only way I can relate to this all back is that my brother was killed Christmas Day of 57 in a tractor accident. And backing up from there, they had this cabin built, cost them $2,400 to hire somebody to do all the outside work and put the sewer in. And then Dad come down and finished the inside off. And they had that pretty well done in 57, because after that they never spent another Christmas home until they got old, where they,
Really?
my mother didn't want to, she wanted to be down here at Christmas time,
Wow.
so she didn't have to remember, I guess.
Yeah.
But that's how I relate back.
Yeah.
And then this road, the first time I come down, I can't tell you when that was, but it was probably in the early 60s. This road run up to 103rd Street and stopped.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
And I can remember just like yesterday, of just wagon tracks up through in the green grass. Went from there on up to Melbourne.
That's crazy, huh?
Shame.
A lot of information.
I mean, the road bed was there,
Yeah.
but there's no blacktop, nothing. Just the dirt, grass is going up through the middle of it.
Would you guys like a cold beer?
I got one.
I got beer.
He'd have one probably.
I wouldn't turn it down.
I don't have any.
Where'd you get that cooler anyway?
This is an antique that one of my Florida friends gave to me. And I've had it ever since, and a lot of the women have tried to steal it on me because it is really an antique.
Yeah.
Snack Master, it says on the side.
I'm
of it.
darn.
And it's got the can opener over here for the.
Well,
It's a nice one. I love that. Love that. When
you
it
ain't
goes
gonna
on
sell it for aluminum.
No, I'm not going to sell it for
it.
one.
Funny.
Stainless,
that's
it's stainless steel.
Oh. So do you have any idea when it was made?
No, I don't.
You drink that kind?
I love Yingling. That's America's oldest beer. Made
Yes,
in
it is.
Pennsylvania.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, thank you.
Well,
Sure.
Notice mine's NA.
Yes.
Yeah.
that was mine.
I want to get that straight.
Crackpot baking table.
This is where I hide out here.
Oh yeah. Everybody's got to have a shop like this. I got a shed that do the same thing.
I got my refrigerator, I got my TV for noise.
Yeah, that's all you need.
We built traps there and got all kinds of wire down there. I'm using it for a table right now to hold my feed. But
Yeah.
See that? That's for catching
that's just-
shrimp.
yeah, that's my shrimp. Yeah. That goes behind the boat. 3x5.
Is that the tractor that you fixed for Mr. Dale? Is that the one, the Ford out there? Is that the one that you got from? Oh, okay. Wow, that's the one.
That was a piece of shit.
Yeah.
But I got it.
Wow.
And I got it to turn over. I'll ferry up and tow it home. And I got it to pop once. I said, shit, I can get that thing with it.
No big deal.
This is my office.
Oh, wow.
Ain't very big, but it's good enough for me.
Yeah.
Got what I need.
I love those lights. That's cool.
Turn a little bit. That was given to me by a friend of mine. And I built this thing out here. Only had it. Used to go to here. And then
Oh,
the
yeah.
hurricane come along and took the roof off. And when I put back on, I kept it on and going out that way. We got a little drunk. We didn't get concrete enough in the floor there. You can tell that. My help got drunk, put it that way. Of course, he was mixing it all by hand.
Yeah.
This is the elk that I shot in
Okay.
Colorado.
When was that?
Colorado.
I shot it in Colorado.
When was that?
Oh, I don't remember what year it was. I shot 5 out there. So
Many moons ago?
no, it was probably 7, 8 years ago.
Oh.
Wow.
Those are the eye teeth underneath
Yeah.
the ivories out of the.
That's the teeth. I took mine out too. I was gonna make
Just
Janine
wondering
some
what that
earrings.
Yeah,
I was gonna have some earrings made, but
no, that's ivory. It's the teeth out of it.
Yep.
The bulls have one on each side, just the bulls. The cows don't have them.
Yeah. I like that.
I love that sign there. Teach a man to fish and hunt and you'll never see him again.
You hear how hollow this is?
Oh, yeah.
That means it's no good.
And they have, they're very good.
So that's why you're tapping to
Kinda.
listen. Not only that, to break them up, right?
Yep. And what he does is he gets tired, he gives me a bunch of empty shells. And that way it takes me longer to get them apart. You know, tinny that is.
Get some of this water out of here. I don't want that water. I just put the water in there.
Great big mess, and he gives me one. Wants me to dig one oyster out of it. See, that's a mussel.
Oh, yeah.
They attach themselves right to this thing. We don't mess with them. There's another mussel.
I wonder how these mussels would be good to eat.
It just says they are. I never tried them. I don't. Yeah, and he gives me a gabagooluchi like that.
What are you doing down there? So just breaking pieces off? Is that what?
Yeah, kind of shake, loosen them, you know, with your hand.
Yeah.
They're sharp, but you know, just sometimes they're stuck in good, but sometimes they're just laying there.
There's a whole bunch of.
Yeah. Cluster.
There's no clams on it. There's no oysters on it. They're all in. Be as deep as you can.
Go as deep as you can.
Yep. You still get them. You know, I think that's where the better ones are.
What's this operation going on here?
We're washing them, getting the mud out of the mouth, and he probably told you the edges are white. That's how you tell they're alive. It's just one where they split apart. If you don't clean these grooves out around their mouth, they're just solid mud when you open them. Ozzie don't trust me, so he washes them again when he...
Second time?
Yeah, he washes them a second time.
Final inspection?
Yep, final inspection. When he gets home.
Need my bucket dumped there.
Okay. Throw them over here, no problem? I'll throw them off from the deep end.
Get her out there?
Yep.
I don't want him picking them up and getting them back to me.
Give me all these dead ones for
I don't know. Steve's giving them to me. I gotta give them to somebody. It ain't really worth saving. And I beat it off.
Does the quality change as you progress through going through the bed? Or are they pretty much the same from when you started? Like,
Oh, it's pretty much the same.
yeah.
It's gotta help though, breaking them up. We haven't spent a lot of time down here. Most generally we get them up on the
Lady that
upper
runs
end.
that,
How long you been doing this? How many years have you got? Always
whatever that little
like a
bar
new
on
thing, or you've been doing it for a while?
We've been doing it for quite a while.
26.
I
Same
don't know
thing,
how
like
many
yours,
years, I
you
guess.
stopped in there, right out in the middle of the sticks.
I guess probably
$3.50
we've
a
been
bottle
doing
of
it
beer. This
10
was like
years.
5 years
We
ago.
used
I
to
said, I
come
didn't
down
want a six pack, I wanted a
years
bottle.
ago,
Then I grumbled at her and said,
and we
"Who
go out
owns
and
this
dig
place?" She
clams.
goes, I do. I said, well, no wonder why we're the
We
only
used to
two
build
sitting
a-
in here.
That's right.
go out and two guys would get a bucket of clams, a 5-gallon pail full of clams, and maybe an hour and a half. But then we got high water here one year, and that raised hell with them. And then they just got too much supply and demand, you know, people digging them. But now you can't go out there. You can still dig them, but you'll be lucky if you get a dozen clams in an afternoon. It ain't no fun no more.
Yeah.
We used to go out and get them, and we'd come home and take the ones that we just brought home and let them sit overnight and clean themselves, kinda. And we'd reach in the freezer and get a pail of clams out of the freezer and put them on the steamer and steam them, eat them. And the next morning, I would take those that we just got the day before, and I'd wash them and put them in the freezer to replace the ones we just took out. And if we had company, that's the first thing we did. We took a bucket out of the freezer and we had clam bake.
Made it convenient, huh?
Yeah, a lot of that.
That's the trick.
Everybody likes to do it, you know.
He said, is that right, Rod? I said, no.
Well, I thought you've been up there 20, 30 years. I didn't know
I
you
have
owned it.
been.
Well, God, 30 years ago, that was a private club.
That's right. Exactly.
That was my point.
Well, I didn't hear you then.
He
Why
heard
would
the
you
other half.
turn around and say, is that right, Rod? I don't even know what the hell you're talking about.
Here we go.
Your turn to bucket.
Hey, that felt pretty good.
Notice when he puts those traps in, make sure you got a hole on the upside of the river and the downside of the river. The old guy that taught me how to do it said, it's pretty simple. Crabs swim up and down the river, you damn fool. But he always told me. Crabs swim up and down the river. When I first started coming down here doing it, old Bill, I taught me how. He had 50 traps. He'd come out Monday, Wednesday, and Friday to get his traps. Of course, I just loved it. And he had a whole 17-foot V-hull, no seats, 75 horse
That's
motor
another
on it.
female.
And
Nice one.
they were all from that island down there that way. We had 2 strings of them. And he was to hook 'em. He was supposed to hook 'em. And he'd get right there and he'd just flip that steering wheel and make a circle right around. You better get that trap. We'd pick up 50 of them in a little over an hour.
Wow. That's insane.
And the funny part of the whole deal was that he sold his crabs, the claws.
I think it's a little small, but maybe not. No, I guess not. Yeah, just a tuck.
Big enough.
Do you? All right.
He sold the claws. He got, at one time he got 35 cents a pound, another time he got 50 cents a pound.
Wow.
Which is peanuts.
Right,
But
compared to
when he
today.
needed a tire or something for the boat, he charged it on his credit card because his wife paid that bill. I'm ready.
Ready, all right.